There we go. That should be working now. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully this is working out. Let's see here. Oh, that's real loud. I have my monitor on right now. But anyways, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have not been recording any videos in the last couple of weeks. I actually recorded a couple videos a few weeks ago and I haven't had a chance to edit them, but I'm still sticking to these live streams. This will probably be my last one for July. I am going out of town next week. So we will not be live next week for anything at all. I'm trying to get some videos up for you guys though, but hey, welcome. If this is your first time here to the channel, my name is Brian. I'm a VFX artist here in Hollywood. If you would like to learn how to do visual effects, if you would like to do, make environments, you would like to be an artist, my mission is to help you guys discover how to do that. I believe everybody's inherently creative, and I want to show you that. So you're in the right place if you're interested in becoming an artist, or you just want to learn what visual effects is, or what art is, digital art is nowadays. A few things to show you guys around. If it is your first time here, I want to show you guys this. I am currently in the process of growing the Discord server. So the Discord server is starting and steadily growing. I know some of you guys that are on the Discord server will see this later today because you are working today. But I definitely want to invite you guys. It is a public Discord. You can invite your friends, your family, whoever you see fit here. As long as they follow the rules, they are more than welcome to on this Discord. And this Discord is not just about this channel. It's about you, the artist, and how you can develop. And I try to share a bunch of stuff that I find relevant in the industry so you guys can drop by and check them out. Let's go ahead and turn that off. So you guys can come over here and you can see all the good things that are happening. I'm working with a few artists right now as a mentor. I teach at the Los Angeles Film School, so I have the opportunity to work with students who want to get into the industry. So definitely drop on by, check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video a little bit later. I believe there's actually a link already, but I want to make sure it's up to date so you guys can check it out, test it out for yourselves. Have a lot that I wanted to talk about today. I am actually recording a video as we get ready to launch the Pyro series. And before we get into Pyro, we want to understand volumes, and I'm going to be showcasing this in a recorded video. If we have time today on the stream, I'll actually walk you guys through it. But I am showcasing how to actually do a volume without simulating. So procedural volumes. And I think it's important that we learn procedural volumes first before you learn to simulate, because when you start simulating, and if you don't understand how volumes work, you're gonna run into issues. So anyway, so this is an earlier play blast. Let's go ahead and come down here and take a look at this one. And I'll play blast this as I talk. I'll just throw that into a flip book. But anyways, welcome to my channel, guys. Yeah, this last week has been interesting. Again, really, really busy. Not really able to work on too much. I did have a day off around the 4th of July holiday to work on the nuclear bomb shot. If you guys haven't seen that yet, here it is. So while that play blasts, let's go take a look at this. It's on my Discord server if you guys want to see it. Yeah, this is actually quite insane. To put in perspective, this is, I believe, right now where it's currently at is about 200 million voxels. Now, obviously, not all simmed at the same time, but 200 million voxels, which is insane. There are 3 sims happening here. I have the core explosion, I've got the blast rings, and I've got the ground fog sim happening right now. I'm in the process of developing the shockwave. The shockwave is coming soon. So yeah, that's what I have been working on. And then, of course, this one over here, I mean, we could take a look at it right now if you want. Let's just look. Yeah, 372,000 voxels. Much smaller, much easier to work with. Let's take a look at what it looks like. Not bad. This is perfect for games. I mean, you can use this in film as well, too, off in the background. I did this really, really quickly just to showcase how we could do a volume sim or a procedural volume in Houdini without having to simulate. These are just all extra nodes. Get rid of those. Nice and clean. We will be demoing this on the channel as I'll use this to introduce to volumes, at least the density field. And then later, I'll introduce temperature fields, and then we will actually work towards making our own nuclear bomb explosion, gas explosions, other explosions, so you guys can put them into your visual effects shots, or you can just do some cool stuff with it. Some other requests on the channel that we've been getting is a lot of people have been asking about particle sims and magical effects. I'm going to be working on that actually in the future. I think we're going to be doing that. One other thing of note, though, is I was just tasked recently to start learning the Unreal Engine. So hold on one second, guys. Make sure that this is working. It is. Okay, so share. There we go. Been having technical issues this morning with the internet, but I think we are good to go. Man, a lot of news just came out in the last couple of days. This morning, the Gladiator 2 trailer just dropped. It actually looks pretty good, honestly. I don't really understand the music choice for the trailer. Maybe we'll take that. Take a look at that here in a second. In fact, I think that's a good idea. We'll look at that in a second. I'll pull it up. Pulling that up right now. Let me see. Let me go ahead and mute this, and let's slide this bad boy over. Again, I just watched it myself, and again, I don't really understand the music choice for it. It's got some big name actors though, so let's take a look at it here. Make sure I have audio working. So let's take a look at that.
I remember that day. I never forgot it. That a slave could take revenge against an emperor.
Where were you born?
I don't know. I never knew a mother nor a father.
You will be my instrument.
Who are you?
Did you hear that crowd? The greatest temple Rome ever built. The Colosseum. Because this is what they believe in. Power.
General Acacius, there are victories yet still to come.
Rome has so many subjects, she must feed them.
They can eat war.
The arena turns slaves into gladiators, the gladiators into free men.
You have something in you. I knew it from the start.
Did you now?
Rage. That rage is your gift.
This is about survival! Survive! Hold together, and when it charges, break for the wall.
head could I give you that would satisfy this fury?
The entire Roman armies.
Too much?
The general will do.
Rome must fall. I need to only give it a push.
We make it out alive. All right. Hands on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
This ring belonged to Maximus. Now I give it to you. What is the dream of Rome?
Blood stains.
The people are not free.
I was owned. Now I will control an empire.
I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
Strength another! This how Rome treats its heroes!
Hands on the mausoleum floor. Blood stains the Colosseum doors.
The gods of Sparta!
Yeah, I really don't get the music choice for that trailer. I don't get it. If anybody's ever watched the first Gladiator, Gladiator 1 being one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. And it's been so long, like, you know, I got asked recently, hey, what's your favorite movie? And I was like, oh, man. You know, I started, Avengers Endgame, all this, which are all great movies, right? Avengers Endgame, Twister, all of these movies that I love, Jurassic Park. But I forgot about Gladiator. Gladiator is an amazing movie, and I cannot believe I forgot about it. But yeah, I'm shocked that I'm shocked that they went with that music. But it looks good, and as long as it's got an original story, I think it's going to be an amazing movie. So, yeah, just let me know what you guys think of that. Just let me know in the comments below later on today. I'll be paying attention to the comments throughout the day, but yeah, it was just so crazy to me. Anyways, last time we talked about Adobe. I'm not going to really rehash old conversations. I definitely wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I've been seeing online. Russ, who is probably not available right now, but I ran across him on YouTube a few weeks back. He posted a tutorial, and then I ran across him again on X, and now he's on the Discord server with me. But I definitely wanted to showcase some of his stuff out just right off the bat. It's just fresh on my mind. I want to showcase his visual effects work. He's doing tutorials, so if you also want to learn new things in Houdini, check out Russ's channel. Let me go ahead and link that for you guys right now. Oops, I messed that up. Here we go. We could probably just do it right here. So check this guy out.
CRM shouldn't set your teams back. It should revolutionize.
And so, Russ, if you're watching this later, this stuff is fire, literally, pun intended. I love your stuff, guys. Check him out. I'm gonna link his stuff in the description right here. He only has 95 subscribers. So if you're here and you're watching this, run over there, hit pause on this, run over there real quick, open up a tab, and drop a subscribe. Like this one alone, just for motion design, is just so good.
The future of your business is here.
So let me go ahead and show you guys the finished look here. Look at that. Like, that is so good. For those of you guys that are trying to make logos for your gaming companies or your games or your, it's just, check that out. It is so good. And it's actually quite easy to do. I followed along with this tutorial and I was like, dang, so I definitely wanted to feature him. Amazing stuff. He's in the Discord server. So if you want, drop by the Discord, say hi. I'm sure he'll love it. So yeah, Russ, keep up the good work. This stuff is great. Another one I wanted to show you. I ran across a couple of artists on X this last week. I'm always a huge fan of good 2D art, and it's tough nowadays with AI. AI has made it really, really hard in the last couple of months and honestly last year to really admire good 2D art, because we're seeing a lot of AI out there, which I'm gonna be honest with you, is not very good. And there's no emotional connection there between the art. But check out Macro Block here. I ran across his comic book painting. He posts a lot, as you guys can see. But I ran across one of his comic book paintings that he's been working on. He's working on a personal comic book, excuse me. And his stuff is just so good. Check this out. I ran across this, and I was like, I messaged him immediately. I was like, yo, can I show your stuff off on the channel? And so I'm definitely showing his stuff off right here. I will make sure to promote him as well on the Discord server and on the channel. He's not on the Discord server yet, but maybe one day if he sees this macro, definitely drop by. Would love to have you. I think you're really, really talented. And yeah, this stuff is just so good. I remember I caught myself the other day just eyeballing your stuff for just like a good hour. My wife came home from work and she was just like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. So definitely come over here. Look at this. Look at this. That's so good. I will always have an admiration for good 2D art. So that's good, timely. So, anyways, yeah, drop by, check him out. Like I said, I'm gonna put his stuff inside of the Discord server. A few other things that like I saw, of course, your usuals like Stuzor, who is an amazing artist. I love watching his stuff. It just shows up all the time on my feed, and I can't help but admire him. Let me know if you guys have seen any artists recently that you want to be seen here on the stream. Definitely want to shout out more and more artists and give you guys the nod, because art's hard, and that's why this whole channel exists. That's why this channel exists, to help you guys get better at it. So yeah, so let's talk a little bit about this. I wanted to talk about Pyro. I've been doing a lot of research and development on what direction I personally am going to go with my with a tutorial series. We'll call it a tutorial series now of Pyro. It could be a workshop. I may do a series of workshops, but one thing I noticed working with students is a lot of students are still very highly dependent on shelf tools. And I'm very anti-shelf tool. If anybody's worked around me for 5 seconds knows how anti-shelf tool I am. So I think it's important that you guys actually get into the nitty gritty of the software that we are working with, that you guys actually really understand the software. And that's why my RBD series exists. If you don't know what that is, check it out. It's on the channel. I've been working in RBD for a while. We're not done with it yet. We're going to come back to it. But I definitely want to showcase Pyro sooner rather than later, because I think there's a lot of concepts that you can learn with volumes that will help you with RBD later on down the line. So anyways, let's talk about this real quick. One of the big things that I'm working on is just a deeper level of understanding of how volumes work in Houdini. And there's a misconception that you have to come up here and hit, Pyro effects and actually work with the shelf tools, or you have to work with simulations. You have to do like Pyro Solver, or you have to download Axiom. Axiom is amazing. That's how I did the nuclear bomb. I tried doing the nuclear bomb with with the plain old Pyro Solver. That didn't work. But yeah, what's up, Jay? How's it going, man? But yeah, I tried doing it with the plain old Pyro Solver, and that just didn't work. So I started doing it with Axiom because it was just faster. And even with Axiom, it still was taking me hours and hours of work. So, but I wanted to really introduce volumes. And Axiom is just basically the Pyro Solver, but using your GPU. So here, what we have is this is in the sim. I've just got an array of points, essentially, just a lot of points that I've scattered in a unique way, and I am animating them. And then I just added a volume by rasterizing them using a volume, essentially. So, and there's a lot that I could do. This is very basic. This is good for a video game that you can use right now and then go, export it out. It is very low res. I'm talking just, 372,000 voxels. And yeah, did this take a few minutes to do? Absolutely. Was it less intense on my computer? Absolutely. And so if I'm working on a really big scene with a lot of volumetrics or with a lot of assets in it, this could be a workaround to, not destroy my computer. But of course, yeah, we could totally do something way better than this. Let's go ahead and go up a level here. We'll call this procedural. And then we'll do a quick Axiom sim here. So let's go to Geo, and then we'll just do Axiom Solver. I'll do an Axiom source shape, and I'm gonna move this over real quick. So let's transform it. Let's just go, where are we? Let's go 5. So we'll go 5 on the x-axis, throw this in here. And without even touching anything, we already, we have this going on. Now this is lagging me, so just give me a second. I should probably cache this, so that's what I'll do. Just call this procedural. And we'll just 72 frames, and we'll just save to disk in background for now. And then I'll disable this. And this should, disable the wrong one. There we go. Okay. And so now you'll see with Axiom, I haven't touched any settings yet, and I've got way better looking volume. Way better looking volume. But let's take a look at this without even touching settings. And we're at 500,000 voxels already. We're already much higher. And we could actually achieve this look with given some time with the procedural volume. So I think it's important that we start with procedural volume, because when you're doing that, you have to actually understand what density is, what temperature is, what velocity is. So it is really, really important that you guys understand these concepts, and we can actually go and build our own solvers to work with that. So again, I really, really think it's important that when we are working with volumes, that we understand the importance of what we're actually doing. So again, this is just the Axiom solver. All right, let's go see if that cache is done. It should be done. And it is. So let's go turn it back on. And you'll see, right? This is perfect for background, whereas this would be good for foreground. And I'm telling you right now, this will be a lot longer to render just because of the details. So yeah, procedural definitely has its way. We'll call this Axiom. So on the channel, we'll learn how to do procedural, which will be good. And procedural, by the way, is really good for rocket trails, missile trails, volume, pyro trails, meteors. It's really good for that. It really is, because you can get a really good look. So whereas when you're dealing with a simulation, you have less control, and you have to work with the physics. Now, if you have an understanding of how the physics work, great. But not everybody has a physics background, so it's important to understand that. What's up, Princess Layup? What is up? Welcome. Oh, this is perfect for you, actually. We're talking a little bit about volumes, kind of an introduction to volumes on the channel. We're just talking about different ways to actually work with them. I haven't even gotten to the nitty-gritty. I am in the process of actually recording the tutorial on how I did this, so that people can actually understand that. So right after this channel, right after this stream, I'll probably do that. So but yeah, so that's Axiom, and of course that's using the GPU. And we go a step slower here. Let's go here. We'll do another GeoNode. Let's go ahead and disable these two for now. The Pyro Solver, and you'll see that this one's a little bit more involved because we actually have to set it up. So I'll just start with a sphere. And then I'll do a VDB from polygons. I don't need that. We'll just do density. Start with there. Let's go ahead and change our background to dark. Okay, so we have that. We have density. And we'll just leave it at 0.1 for right now. Now, I need to actually create more attributes here, because we can't just do density. So if I were to throw this into the Pyro Solver as is right now, so using the Pyro Solver, this is the same thing as if I went into a .NET. It's just the Pyro Solver at the SOP level. You'll see that all it's doing is just emitting more density, and nothing is moving. So we have to give it some attributes, in this case, temperature, so that it will actually, what we call advect and move across our scene. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and do another sphere. And we'll do another VDB from polygons. But this one we want to call temperature. And I will merge this in here. Okay. And now it'll go up because I have added temperature into it. And yeah, that works really, really fast. But you'll see that it's going to take some time. I'm going to have to go in and actually give it its look. So whereas the Axiom solver is kind of set up already for this. So let's go ahead and do some shaping here. Actually, we'll do fields. First, let's do point, I don't know, 4. Let's see how that looks. And I could build a flame here really quickly, actually. So let's do that. So we have that. We'll go to shape here. I'm going to start with the turbulence. And this turbulence right here, this is the first micro solver, which is built in. That's the one downside with the Pyro solver. We only get one micro solver that we can use at the SOP level. If we want to add more, we have to actually go in here and add it under the force output here or the advection output. But what I can do here is, let's say swirl size, let's say 4, and we'll say 2 here. I want this to start to dance a little bit like that. Cool. So now we're starting to get a little bit of a flame look. Pretty low res, and I want to keep it low res. I want to lower the roughness here to, let's say, 0.3. Pulse length to, let's say, 0.4. And I think we'll go down to 1 on the turbulence scale. There we go. So now we're starting to get like a little flame look. Okay, let's go and break it up. To do that, I'm going to do some shredding. I'm going to shred this a little bit. Well, I won't even touch the settings. It should give us actually something pretty good to look at. There we go. All right, so we have like a little bit of a flame happening now. And you can see here, it's actually looking for a field that we actually don't have right now. And if I come over here to the sourcing tab, you'll see that it's looking for this flame field. So let's give it a flame field. And all I'm going to do is just copy this over, move it down. And let's go ahead and call this burn. Okay. And now we'll start to get a look to it too, because we've just added a flame to it. Just like that, we have fire going. This isn't exactly how we would work with this, but it's a good start. And we can continue to play with this real quick. We don't have velocity, so we'll just go ahead and delete that. Density, temperature, and burn are the only 3 that we have right now. Let's go here to fields again. I want to emit from flame. I want to emit a little bit of density from the flame. So we'll just start with 1. Temperature, I don't want to emit from the flame. Let's see what we get. Cool. And then for the flame, the lifespan, I'm going to do, let's say, 0.2. And now we have a little bit of smoke coming out of that. And it's just like that, we're able to develop a better, we're able to develop a good looking pyro. The thing is, though, you'll notice I'm doing this by manipulating volumes. Now I'm doing it with microsolvers, and we would actually come in here and probably do a few more changes here and add noise so that we get a better looking pyro. What's up, Swikar? Oh, I actually cannot pronounce the name, but how you doing, man? How are you doing? So this is a, like I said, this is just a, we can get up and running really quickly with Pyro, but I definitely want to build ground up because, this isn't shelf tool, obviously. So let's add a few more elements to this real quick to, maybe make this look like smoke. So first things first, what I can do is let's go back and work on our density. Let's increase the resolution to say 0.05. So we're just increasing our resolution here. And how high did I go? Well, we're at about 21. Maybe we'll go to 0.01. There we go. 101, 101, 101. This is very close to the 100 sampling divs that we'll use when we do our RBD. Do you have set days for film VFX or Adobe? I'm working on trying to get a regular schedule going. Right now, my place of employment changes from month to month, and it's been getting haywire. And I was just informed next month is going to get even crazier. So we'll see. I'm trying to get back to a regular schedule, but right now I'm streaming on Tuesdays. This might be my last stream for a minute, and I may have to move this stream to Fridays, just temporarily. It is what it is, but that's subject to change, so we'll see. But anyway, so I have the density here, and let's see what happens with the higher density. And you'll see that it does already have better looking smoke. And I can increase the resolution here now in the Pyro solver. So if we come over here to the setup, we'll increase the voxel size. So let's say 0.05 or reduce the voxel size. All this looks good. It's going to go slower now, but we're getting a smoother look. And we're starting to get a little bit of Pyro. Yeah, I'm working on it right now. actually. So the first video I'm hoping to have to go up by the end of this week, where we just introduce volumes. We're not even going to explode anything. We're not even going to light it. We're just going to manipulate density, and then we'll go there. So, but anyway, so here we go. Just in a few short moments, I've gotten this going. And those procedural things that I will be teaching later this week here, we can start to use to manipulate our smoke. What do I mean by that? Well, let's go get a little procedural with this. So I have this with the density. Okay. Let's go ahead and under look, I'm going to go ahead and just turn all of these off. So we'll turn off fire and assign material. Actually, we'll just turn off smoke for right now, or turn off fire for right now. And what I'm going to do is we're going to come over here and do a pyro big volume. And we're going to rebuild this look here. So I'll just go up a little bit higher. I'll turn on fire here, and you'll see that, oh, wow, that's crazy. And that's because I got to change a few things. So let's go ahead and say source range here to 5. And we'll start a little bit later. Let's say 0.5. Okay, there we go. Not bad. Or actually, no, I want to start at 0. Let's see here. We'll lower the intensity a little bit. I'm just playing with the look real quick. Cool. All right, and then what I can also do this under scatter, but we'll just leave it here. And if I take the density, I just turn the smoke off. Actually, now I have a flame. Now the flame is quite crazy, so let's just go ahead and maybe bring this down a little bit. I need to increase my substeps. I need to come up here, and what we could do is go fields. Flame, we'll go 0.1. Setup, let's increase substeps to 2. Now let's take a look. It's going to go a lot slower. Well, we're starting to get fire. We're starting to get that look. And let's say I want a little bit of smoke coming up off of this. Well, we can still build that. So what I can do, actually, there's a lot of things I can do with this. But what I can do is now I can take this density field here. So if I do this, you'll notice I have a density, temperature, flame, and vel field. What I can, I'll do is a visibility node. Move this over here. We'll do at name equals density. Okay. And you'll see that I have all of these, but I only want to see the density. Okay. And here it's just showing up here. We could technically do, I believe we could just blast this out actually. So we'll do a blast name, density, selected. And there we go. So now I just have density. So I don't need this. Okay. And what I can do as well is I can create now let's say a sphere. And let's go ahead and just increase said sphere here. Just a little bit higher. We'll convert this to VDB because I'll convert to VDB. So is this process just for creating the assets before they're composited? Not necessarily. I'm doing visual effects stuff. So like, you can do this for games. You could do, basically you're blowing stuff up. But yeah, we're doing pre-rendered assets, and then we'll render it and then we can composite them in. So that's basically what we're doing. Let's do VDB from polygons. Okay, there we go. And for this one, I want to use world space. Actually, we'll just fill interior. No, we won't use world space. And let's just do 1. Give that a second. Oh. There we go. Cool. Just one for right now. And then I'm going to do an attribute wrangle. We'll do this from here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is say float sample equals volume sample 1, 0 at P. Basically, this is saying, hey, I'm going to sample this volume right here, because that's input, to the first primitive. So what I mean by that, so if I highlight this real quick, go to geometry spreadsheet, and we go over here to the primitives, you'll see the first primitive is surface. Okay. And we want this at on position. So what this is going to say, if we could say f at density, we'll do times equals sample. Let's see what we get. Okay. Let's turn off the template here. All right, and not a whole lot's happening. Let me see if I can fix this. Surface, let's see, maybe 10 might be too much. F at density. Oh, it's a wrong wrangle. Volume wrangle. I write attribute wrangles all the time, and so sometimes I get mixed up. Let's try this again. So float sample equals volume sample 1, 0 at P. And then we'll do this F at density. We want to multiply it by the sample. Okay, and then let's just go ahead and take this back to, let's say, 1. There we go. All right. Getting a look here. Yeah, it's for creating simulations that you can render for compositing. Absolutely. So I could render this later in Karma or whatever mantra. Okay, so this is doing something. So what I can do is say equals F at density minus sample. Cool. And now I can say 0.1. And I'll say 0.1. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So we're getting extra samples up here. I do just because it's better on my eyes. So it makes it easier for my eyes. Okay, so this is good. We're actually seeing something happening here. Let me see if I can manipulate. So F at density. So this is density. We want to subtract it. We want to subtract this from that. Let me see if I can. There we go. This is what I wanted. And now you'll see the difference. So now this is ending a lot earlier. See how it ends a lot earlier. And let's take the pyro bake volume here. And we're just going to use fire. I'm going to turn off the smoke. We'll go to bindings here where it says fire. I'm going to do density and density. Okay. And then fire, we'll lower this to, let's say, 1. We'll go up to 2. Let's go 5. Now I have a little candle flame. And like I said, now what we can do is bring this. So we'll do pretty much this in reverse. So let's go ahead and copy this now. And multiply. So we'll do plus. So now I have the top. Okay. And I could do a cloud clip. And we'll just go ahead and clip out that bottom. Cool. Pyro bake volume. This one will be a little bit different. We don't want fire. Cool. And then, whoop. Let's see if it'll actually merge it for me. Sometimes it doesn't merge. Yeah, it's not going to merge because it's two different shaders. So it's not going to merge outright for me. So what I have to do here, let's see here. I have to do some renaming here. So what we could do is delete that. Do a merge here. Although I already had it, but it's fine. And here what we'll do is we'll do a name. Call this density, and we'll call this flame. Go, and we'll just turn on fire. Should work. Okay, let's see why it's not working. Let's see here. So we have density and we have flame. That's the shader. Up here it has density. Down here is flame. Bindings. Oh, that's why. Let's do it this way. Ah, there we go. And now, over here, we'll just lower this to 10. I now have it emitting smoke. So, hey, Russ, I shot you. I gave you a shout out earlier on the stream. I know you just got here, but I definitely was shouting out your channel. Am I doing well? Yeah, I'm doing well. Yeah, we started off with just showcasing some art. I showed your channel off, guys. If I'll do it again right now, since I have a few more people here. Check out Russ FX's channel. This is him right here. I just linked him up in the stream, and this is his stuff. Like, his stuff is so fire. Go, pun intended. Had your channel. Here we are. Check this out. So he's the guy that did this tutorial right here.
If you're a content creator,
so definitely want to go see his stuff. I did this tutorial, by the way. This is so much fun. It's perfect for like graphic designers, motion designers out there who want to do this and are just getting into Houdini. So go check this out. I cannot believe that you have 95 subscribers. Like, I can't believe that personally. So yeah, guys, give him a nod. He's also on the Discord server too. So if you have any questions for him, you can ask him on the Discord server. Just an amazing artist. So yeah, hopefully you're doing really well, Russ. Glad to see you here. Just showcased how to emit a little bit of smoke from flame here. And one of the cool things here too, by the way, guys, just so you are aware, is since this is only temperature, I can play with the temperature field now, just like I did with the density field. And again, you can't do any of this if you don't understand the procedural nature of volumes, which is why we're going to start learning procedural volumes first before we even go into simulations. Because once you simulate, then we can manipulate our actual look and really get some ultimate control over our final looks and stuff. So so let's look at the temperature here. If I come over here and we'll just lower the temperature to say 2, maybe 5. There we go. And if I lower this, cool. And then the smoke, you'll see the smoke is only coming from the top. And again, I can clip this out a little bit even further. So we'll just clip that out right there, add in a little bit of noise. There we go. And then let's see here. A little bit of Forley details. There we go. And then, yeah. All right, that's a little extreme. So we got to work on that a little bit. So, but you guys get the idea. You can just see, like, it's completely procedural now. I have complete control over how this smoke looks. Again, the beginning's not going to look right, but if you look from here, okay, and then what I can do is under the smoke tab here, we can really start to lower this down. And then you have your candle. That's a little hard. It's why I don't really use the volume clip that much or the cloud clip that much. So we'll turn off Worley details here in noise displacement. Still has that hard clip here. So what we can do is I can do on the volume here. We could do a few changes here. So let's go ahead and do, let's say 0.01 again. Let that update. And then we'll just move this up a little bit. There we go. Now the clip should only grab this bottom portion. Did I go too high? I think I went too high. Give it a second. Yeah, it went way too high. Let's go back to, let's say, 4. Well, nowhere near enough. Mm, 4.8? 4.8 maybe? This is where the downside is working procedurally, though. I mean, simming takes a while, too. Cool. I like that. With the clip, maybe we'll lower the clip a little bit. Right there. Even better. Look at that. So, and by the way, look how fast it's playing. Granted, I haven't really done much to this. Okay. But by the way, this will actually look really, really good. So let's just render it real quick. So I'm gonna move these over here. Let's do a LopNet. Let's do Karma. Let's do a merge. I'm doing really fast. I know. We'll do recorded videos in the future, but we'll do a SOP camera import. Oh, I'm sorry, a camera scene import. Sorry, I always mess those two up. Force objects, we'll do cam1. Set pattern. Let's do some lights here. So we'll do light import. There we go. So we have our lights. And the objects I want to force are these two here, except pattern. Let's do our SOP import. Yeah, it's super crispy, especially considering how fast I did it, right? So we'll do a material library. And since I'm only doing this one flame here, I'm just going to, I'm going to keep it simple. So PyroSolver, PyroBake Volume 2, accept. All right, let's back up a level real quick. PyroSolver, and then if I come up here, I can create a material. We'll choose location. OBJ, LopNet, material library, hit accept. Okay, there it is. And what I can do is just go into the material library itself. So LopNet, material library, there it is. I'm going to do the combined Pyro shader and hit accept. And then we want to assign to all the geometries. So we'll do all geometry primitives. Now, it's hard to see. Probably there is smoke there. Let's go to XPU, though. Give that a second. And you'll see the fire is not actually working in XPU in the viewport. But let's see if I can get it to work. So we'll do cam 1 here. So let's go to my render settings here. I don't want to edit cam, sorry. All right, let's play with this. So cameras, good. That's good. Let's go to XPU. We'll leave it at 720 just for this one. And then the camera, we'll do cam 1. And let's just see if the issue is viewport. Sometimes the Karma XPU viewport is a little behind. 20.5 is supposed to have more quality of life fixes here, but we'll just render this in mplay real quick. But yeah, really quickly, I did this in 20 minutes. A lot of you guys are watching. Okay, yeah, so the fire's not coming through. I wonder if it's just because of the shader. It comes through on GL. So I wonder if it's because of the shader. So let's give it a shot. To fix this, let's go to, I'm going to split up my UI here. This one will go LopNet. XPU. And then let's go in here. And you'll see that what I can do is fire. Let's say 15. Yeah, we're having issues. It's having issues reading the field in Karma. So I'll have to figure out why that is. I may actually have to create new shaders. I got to think. Let's see here. This is some of the research and development I still have left to do for the Pyro series. But yeah, I bet you if we back up a step, though. And let's just go in here. That's too intense. Let's go back to 10. And let's just go to render view. Camera 1, hit render. I'm pretty sure it'll show up. This is where Mantra actually does shine when you're doing like single frames, but it should work. Well, it's not working. So we'll have to probably do some attribute changes to this. Oh, no, it's totally working. There you go. It's just really far away for some reason. It would work better in Karma anyways. I just have to figure out why it's not splitting the temperature field. And that's probably because I have to assign it to a particular field. We'll figure that out in the future. No point in wasting time on this one. But yeah, so there you go. Really easy to work with Pyro. And I didn't touch a single shelf tool. Like, not a single shelf tool. So. But anyways, hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Like, I want to do an hour as often as I can. However, here is the reality. I am actually in the process of, like I said, I'm going out of town next week. If you guys missed that earlier, I am going out of town. And then eventually I plan on returning to live streams, but on Friday mornings. And here's why. Typically in the past, I've been able to stream on Mondays because I teach on campus Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I teach from home on Mondays, so I don't have to drive. However, it's looking more and more likely that next month I'm going to be teaching on campus for 4 days a week because I'm going to be teaching 2 classes on campus, which will be pretty cool. It'll be a nice little challenge that I haven't done in a minute. And here's one of the classes I'm actually teaching is a visual effects class, by the way, more than likely. So you'll get a lot of content from me. However, that means I can't stream until Fridays. So just to be aware of that. And that doesn't mean I'll be able to stream every single week. So, but hopefully I'll have time to really develop the Pyro series. I'm hoping to get the procedural volume out this week. The RBD series, again, is not on hold. It's still coming along. I just haven't had time to edit. I won't have time to edit today, unfortunately, but I'm going to try and record the volume, which is going to be shorter than the RBD video. The reason why I hasn't finished yet is because the part 1 of the next RBD video is ground fracture and how to do a ground fracture. It's just part 1 of that, and it's like 45 minutes long already. And then I got to do part 2 and I got to do a part 3. So if you could imagine, it's going to be a little bit of a minute. It's almost turned into a master class on how to do ground fracture. But if you want to learn how to do RBD, the series is up and you can get started with that right now. How should I approach my sims coming from all 5 engines on my rocket? Should I do a sim instance? Should I do sim instance? Honestly, okay, so for your shot, the rocket's going up. The initial one will probably, you'll want to do a sim, and that'll be like 1 or 2 volume sims. Once you're up in the air, I would do it procedurally. Personally, I would do it procedurally. You may have to use some sims to, like, with particles to create some attributes, but yeah. Early thanks. Okay. Yeah, dude, you're welcome. I love doing this kind of stuff. If you've been around my channel anytime, you'll know that I love sharing knowledge. I'm historically and traditionally a TD artist, so I've done a lot of compositing work, and so there's a lot of compositing stuff on my channel from After Effects. And I worked as a motion graphics artist and motion designer as well. And I'm not ignoring that crowd, by the way. I really am not. I think I will actually return to doing that at some point, maybe in connection with Houdini. I can also give you guys the inside scoop. I more than likely will start doing some Unreal stuff pretty soon as well. I begrudgingly, but I might have to start doing some Unreal stuff pretty soon. So as I experiment and I tinker with Unreal, and I'm going to be learning it fresh. I haven't learned Unreal since Unreal 3 back in like 2012. So this is going to be an interesting journey. Hey, Brian, do we have a camera that can sense depth map that will make rotoscoping easier? I don't think we need it. I mean, we do have the technology. I teach this in match moving, but technology is getting a lot further that we can plug in data into software and we can generate depth maps now. That is being done. You can do it in After Effects. I can do it in Nuke. I have seen it done. I've seen it attempted in DaVinci, actually. But I don't think that we need to like spend oodles and oodles amount of money on a camera tech to do that. Cameras already know how to sense depth of field. They do that with light, and we can take that lighting information mathematically and translate it using software. And tools are starting to be developed to do that and have been developed for many years. So I'm not sure if that is something worth exploring, but yeah, that's a good question though. All right. So, again, thanks for hanging out, guys. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, I love doing this stuff. I love just chatting it up as well. Let me see here. It's hard to get feedback without motion. Oh, not related for this stream. But cool beans. Also, I haven't been able to jump onto my buddy Dave's stream. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do it. He moved his time to 5:30 my time on Wednesdays, and that is a very difficult time for me to hit. So, and honestly, I'm teaching on Wednesdays right now too. So it's been a challenge. The summer did not go the direction I expected. I set all these plans out. I'm like, I'm going to stream every Monday. I'm going to do this every Wednesday. I'm going to do a video every Thursday, and nothing has gone well. So, but hey, you know what? We're here. We're alive. We're kicking. We've got a community going. Again, if it's your first time here, definitely check out the Discord. I think all of you guys that are currently in the chat with me are aware of it. But just in case you aren't, here's the Discord right now. I'm actually on Double Jump's Discord, but I have my own that's rocking, Brian Holt Media. There is a link in the description for this video. Also, if you are on this Discord, you guys have the ability to invite. I made sure that everybody who is a full-fledged member of the Discord, if you're over here, and especially if you have a color, you can invite. So invite your friends, invite your coworkers and your colleagues. I want this to be a place, a community, and an atmosphere to help artists grow. So, and in order to foster that, we need people. So let's go ahead and get folks on here. Let's chat about art. Don't be shy either. Share your stuff. I love looking at your stuff, no matter if you are just getting started in the industry, like my good buddy over here, Bobby, who's not with us right now, but as you guys can see, oh wait, he didn't post it here. He posted it here. You know, he's posting some of his classwork here. It's coming along, you know, and it's interesting. I love seeing this finished work here, even though it doesn't look like much yet, because you'll be able to look back at it in like 5-10 years and be like, wow, that's where I started. So yeah, that's what I want this community to be. So definitely drop on by, check it out. Yeah. So, hey guys, it's been fun. I like I said, I'm gonna jump off here for a little bit. I'm gonna try and knock out this video and then get it up by end of day today. That would be crazy. And then yeah, we'll go from there. So but let's see. Let us see here. I'm checking to see if any of you guys have left me messages on any other platforms. No, not quite. But yeah, I shouted out quite a few people today. Russ was one of them. He's in the channel right now. You can say hi. I also shouted out Macro Block, which I will link his information below. And I'll probably link it on the Discord as well, so you guys can check him out. His stuff is so good. I need to get him on the Discord. I really do. So, but anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. It's been fun. I'm gonna have a great day. I hope you guys have an amazing day today. And remember, always be creating.